Hey everybody, welcome to the garden. I hope you're having a great day. Shout out to the lemon and lime lovers and everybody in between. It's time for a market recap. And if you're interested in any of the services I provide, please check the links in the description below, both the Patreon and Discord. And before we go further, just a quick reminder, we are currently in the last week of the swing trade free trial. Yes, for the swing trade service, we are currently in a free trial, and this is the last week. It's been going on for the entire month of November. Guys, thank you so much for the support. Thank you to the new members. Thank you to the members who, just participate in the free trial, whether you're going to go forward with the service or not. I really thank you for your participation. And to the new members and old, welcome once more, and thank you for your support. Please guys, if you have any questions, make sure to ask me in the Discord. It's the best way to get in contact with me. And also, if you like the videos, if you like the content, give me a like, give me a subscribe, maybe a share or two, and definitely leave me some constructive criticism in the comments, or just support. I just want to know I'm doing the right thing, and if I can be better, please let me know. All right, so getting on with the market recap, let's start off with the dollar like usual. And it's actually going as expected at this point, right? So we had the breakdown from the blue zone, and I have said, watch for a pullback up. We should most likely see a lower high from this swing high here, okay? Because once we've lost this blue zone as support, and then we also pretty much tapped right under this low wick, we have officially made a low from this low here. It's very likely that we're either going to make a lower high right around here at 107.128 to 107.4ish, so right around this zone here, or we're going to play out a bullish divergence that's potentially formed here and go up higher back towards this higher FVG. So the more likely pathway is that we do fail off around 107.4 to 107.5ish, that being like the top. If that does break, watch Ray move all the way back up above 108, going towards this bearish FVG, and then we should also see some selling there to come back lower. In the end, we still are looking for a move down towards the 104.88 to 102.710 zone, and a lot of this will be dictated in the coming days. Make sure if you haven't watched my last recap, it was the recap I did yesterday. It was a very special recap. Went over all the news coming this week. Starting tomorrow, all the way until December 2nd, we're going to have a big couple days of news. And this is going to really define how is December going to look, how the dollar chart's going to look going forward, to the end of the year, and what we can expect for both stocks and crypto. So it's a really big time coming. And if we get some really, hawkish stances from the Fed, watch for the dollar to explode higher, and vice versa. If they come out dovish and they're showing signs of pivoting from their current policies, watch for the dollar to drop down. So we're going into some very exciting times. So make sure that you are being wise, don't overexpose yourself, and be vigilant. All right, I always end the video. One of the three things I say is what? Be vigilant. So be vigilant, okay? All right, now let's go on to the Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ. So starting with the Dow, what have I said? Came out, took the liquidity above this level, came into this bearish FVG, and lo and behold, having a nice rejection off the level. And now we're going to see, is this going to lead to a continued fall to come down towards pretty much down towards the lows down here and then continue the macro downtrend lower? Personally, I don't believe so unless the Fed comes out very bearish in these next couple of days and the data is very hawkish, okay? That will change my perspective. As of right now, I'm still in the camp of a bullish Q4, a bullish December. But as the data comes from tomorrow to December 2nd, my opinion will change or remain the same. Just have to give this some time. But right now, it's playing out exactly as we thought. Came in, took the liquidity above this high swing, the swing high, and now we're coming into what we have to assume right now is a bullish retracement towards these lower FVGs, okay? So we have this one here that's already gotten filled today, likely to come down here, grab the liquidity under this wick right here, and then we should look for, if that's taken out, pretty much trading all the way back down to this descending trend line and potentially even tapping these lower FVGs levels down here, okay? So we're not completely out of the woods for downside, all right? We could see a lot more, but if we hold our current stances with the Fed, if they pretty much stay as close to the same as they are, or they show any dovish sort of pivot coming, watch for the Dow to show really, really strong impulses higher. Okay, and there is some evidence in the chart, as you can see, that we may have begun to change character for at least more upside to at least 36,000. All right, it's still early. Okay, we don't know how far we're gonna go. This could have been the bear market rally. This could have been the Santa Claus rally we're due for the year, but there may be some more left depending on how the news comes in the next couple of days. Okay. But watch for more downside all the way to potentially all the way back down towards this descending trend line, and we'll see if we can hold support there. Next is S&P. So S&P filled almost all the bearish fair value gap here, came back down, now trading just at a minor support level. Well, I should say a fairly significant support level, but not major, at about 3,960. So right around this level, which is at the bottom side of this larger bearish fair value gap. Watch for this to break down further, take out this wick right here, and pretty much fill out this fair value gap. And then we're going to see, will this try and make a higher low from these lows down here, or are we just going to have continuation and take them out and then finally reach the high pivot prior to the COVID lockdown drop, because that's still right there to be taken. Okay, and I do think whether it's this year, next year, or even 2024, we're going to see these lows in the S&P and especially in the NASDAQ, okay? The Dow has reached that level already, but I do see more downside when you look mid to long term on the indexes. But in the short term, I'm seeing some signs of some bullish strength there. We'll see if we can actually get that follow through, making those higher lows. Next is the NASDAQ. So came back down, currently trading on top of this bullish fair value gap and also on top of the descending channel. It's currently broken. We'll see if it can actually stay above or if we're going to have a repeat of what happened here. But right now, we have to, again, have short-term bullish bias, but respect that macro, the larger time frames, a larger structure. We have changed our character, okay? So watch for a potential upside move if we should get a fairly soft news and dovish news coming out of the Fed this week. Watch for an upside move going towards this lower green zone right here. Or if we do get that hawkish news, watch for a break back into the ascending channel. And pretty much this low line here at 10,427, 10,400 we can round down. Watch for that to get threatened and eventually taken out, continuing the downtrend in the channel. Okay. All right. Next, let's take a look at oil. So oil wicked down, tapped at right under 75, going as low as about 73.70-ish, 73.60-ish. So, it really has hit those levels where it's primed to potentially rise higher. Okay, I do think it will come a bit lower, test out that bottom wick once more, kind of like what happened here. So watch for a move down again, going towards the 73, 72s, and potentially just reaching the descending trend line right here. Okay, but we have tapped under the lows here, grabbing the liquidity that was pulling there. So if we do have a rise into oil, watch for a rise pretty much short term going to this level right here. So we have a bearish fair value gap that formed on the drop right here. So watch for this level to be targeted in the short term. So as low as 82.62 to 84.22. Okay, so kind of having confluence with this minor resistance level here at 84.48. So watch for this level to be revisited if we get that impulse higher, and then we'll probably find some weakness there. And whether we actually have continuation lower or try and make a higher low from that swing high that we'll make here, we'll have to wait and see how the price action looks. All right, now let's take a look at gold and silver. So looking at gold, trading within the bullish fair value gap, and in my opinion, like I've been saying, watch for continuation lower, though I am seeing this as a bullish retracement. Potentially, if it does grind lower, rather than trend lower, this could be a very large bullish consolidation. There's not enough, not really that much data here to come to that conclusion yet. Either way, we are having a massive breakout in gold, in my opinion, and now we're just getting a natural pullback. If we can hold these levels, watch for a really large continuation to eventually take back 1800 and then go higher. But if the dollar does strengthen off of hawkish news, then gold's gonna probably plummet down and maybe come all the way back down in quick fashion to about 1650 to 1640ish. So that could be really, really fast depending on how fast the dollar strengthens off of hawkish news. So we'll have to be very vigilant on what gets reported this week. Next is silver. So silver, respecting the microphone structure, that's one of the reasons why we closed our long, right? We closed our long right around this level here to avoid this. That's why you never want to get too greedy. You have to respect your plan. It's usually right, and even if it's not right, but you made the right decision because you followed your plan. More often than not, if you're learning the charts, you're going to be right. Okay, so we were right so far. Sold off at the top of this microphone structure, and now it's very likely we would descend back down, especially if gold's going to continue that retracement going into this bullish fair value gap and eventually this ascending trend line. And if the dollar does come in really strong because of hawkish news, watch for the low side of this microphone structure, this broadening structure, to be tested at some point. So depending on how fast silver drops, it could be anywhere from 16.5 all the way down to 15. So be very, very vigilant on silver. We can see some serious downside here, or we'll just get a pullback towards these bullish zones here and then continuation up. All right, now let's take a look lastly at Bitcoin. Let's see, what is Bitcoin doing today? Taking a look at Mr. Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, respecting this descending trend line. You see how it just has not found the strength to really have broken through this level. Really respecting it so far. We did dip under this low here via this wick, so grab some liquidity there. But the price action we're seeing here is showing continuation to the downside. So watch for a move lower, at least coming back towards about 15,500 and potentially taking out these lows to make another trending move down. Unless, again, I'm like a broken record. I keep repeating it. Unless the news comes out to be very, very bullish, or rather very dovish, risk on assets like crypto, like Bitcoin, will find some bids to go up higher. But if that doesn't happen, whether we stay the same or it comes out hawkish, watch for that continuation lower, taking out these low wicks, and we can then see another leg down for Bitcoin. And I would be looking towards 14,000 to be fairly interesting, and then really the 12,000 10,000 zone to be extremely attractive for long positions and also just accumulation in general. So that would be the level where I would be very interested to see Bitcoin start having an interaction there, and then we could potentially start building out a structure to have a more significant rise higher. Whether we'll actually get the follow through, we'll have to wait and see. And gotta remember, we're getting a lot of shakeout in the crypto market fundamentally. I mean, you're seeing BlockFi just announced that they are going bankrupt, and then there's other exchanges, other entities that are also warning that they are also risking going bankrupt as well. So there's a lot of shakeups going on in the market, and if Bitcoin and all the valuable projects in crypto can withstand it, it'll only make them stronger in the end. But yeah, we have to wait and see how it all turns out. Right now, for Bitcoin, watch for it to start breaking down over the next couple of days, unless we get some really, really dovish news. If we do, we'll have a very strong pop beyond this descending trend line. Now, doesn't mean we're going to be breaking all the way back to 20,000. Just means we're going to get a really strong pop, probably grabbing a bunch of shorters that might have shorted around 17,000 to potentially around almost 18,000. We'll get challenged, and if there's a lot of follow through from that pop up, which there probably will be, you'll probably see a lot of liquidations on the short side. But the more probable path right now is that we do take out these lows down here and then make that move to 15,000, 14,000, and then eventually 12,000, really over the next couple weeks to a month or so. But even though that's the most probable path, we still have to wait for all the data to come in, and that'll really come in December 2nd. All right, everyone, that's it for the market recap. Remember, if you're interested in any of my services, check out those links in the description below. And if you want to join a fun, growing community, check out the Discord. It's definitely worth it. You'll find a lot of cool people there, a lot of really, really smart people. I'm blessed to have met them. And if you have any questions, like I said, that's the best place to definitely get in contact with me. All right, everyone, remember, be patient, be vigilant, and be nimble. I love you guys. Take care.